Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about products that are not worth the hype. So things that I've tried because I heard others raving about them and that just did not work out for me for one reason or another. And it's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that these things are total crap or anything like that. In fact, a lot of these things were recommended to me by friends and subscribers, so I know that they must be working for somebody. Just not me. You may have noticed it looks a little bit different behind me. I actually posted a little sneak peek of what I've been working on in this room on Instagram yesterday. Basically, me and my boyfriend were in this crazy IKEA whirlwind this past weekend, and we're putting together those bookcases in the back there. It was actually, to be honest, it was mostly him putting together the bookcases. I was there for moral support. I'll be sure to show you guys all of that very soon, I promise. And my new makeup storage, which just arrived yesterday, so I'm super excited about that. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about some products that I don't like. So I have a few mascaras here that I had pretty high hopes for. This one is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clump Crusher Mascara, and I like the color of the tube. I'll give it that, but as far as the mascara goes, not so much. Actually, when I first tried this out, I absolutely hated it because it just didn't seem to stick to my lashes at all, and it was so tedious to try to build up any kind of volume or length with this. After about a week, it did start to dry up a little bit, which most mascaras tend to do, and it started taking to my lashes a little bit better, so I could see more of what it was doing. It makes your lashes look very, very perfectly separated, almost too perfect. They're like so evenly spaced out and they're all the exact same size. It's kind of bizarre. It gives a pretty look, but I couldn't build up enough length with it that I usually can with even the Lash Blast Volume Mascara, which isn't even really made for that, but typically I can work with a product and build it up. This one just took too long and ain't nobody got time for that. And this one is the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. So I really tried to like this, and I think I finally nailed down why I really don't. It's kind of the opposite as the Clump Crusher Mascara. It doesn't separate your lashes enough. So it has this crazy intense volume, but it's almost, I can't even believe I'm saying this, it's almost too much volume, so it makes your lashes look stumpy in a way. I don't know, it was like borderline spidery. And I also noticed that the formula wasn't even really that black. So this one for me was wah wah. So the next product is this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Treatment Concealer. So this is a concealer shade in Fair, not to be confused with the brightening one, which I love. I love this one so much. It's more of like a pink tone that I decided to give the concealers a shot. I did notice in the store that it looked like it had this weird, almost a gray undertone, and then when I got it home I had the exact same problem. It just didn't match my skin. It made my under eye area look very dull and gray. I tried blending it different ways. I tried it with different products. To me it doesn't really come across as a very universal shade at all, but I know a lot of people like this, but yeah, it just didn't really work out so well for me. So the next little Debbie Downer is this Tarte Eyelash Curler. So I actually featured this in a haul a few months back. I was so excited to try it because I thought it was so cute. It's this, well, it was a gold tone metal color and then purple handles. And when I purchased it, it had a little sticker on the box that said, best-selling product, customer top rated, yada yada yada. Within a week of using this, the gold tarnished almost completely. It just looks really bad, and the handles just attract makeup like a magnet. They get so dirty. So I know I could just wipe it down with a cloth or something like that and that problem would be solved, but I really don't want to coddle my eyelash curler all that much. And on top of that, it doesn't even curl your eyelashes that well. It's really easy to pinch your lid with it and you don't really feel it until afterwards. So I definitely don't like that. So yeah, this one is a no-go. So the next product is something that I've heard a lot of people raving about. People with blonde hair anyway. This is the John Frieda Sheer Blonde Go Blonder line, and right here I have the conditioner and the controlled lightening spray. So these products are supposed to kind of lighten and brighten your blonde hair, and I think I'm not really sure how people use these, but I think they use them to kind of space out their touch-ups. And you know, they say that these products will definitely damage your hair because they are lightening products, so you can't really use them too often, but I didn't really notice a huge difference unless I used it very often. And then once I did, the color it made my hair was this weird peachy orange shade of blonde. To be honest, I just kind of thought it looked like a bad dye job. Have your touch-ups done at a salon or do it yourself if you know what you're doing versus trying to use these lightening products. It's just no substitute for the real thing. So in my opinion, the John Frieda Sheer Blonde is 2 big thumbs down. Okay, so this next one might be the worst product in the entire bunch. This is the NYX Extreme Lip Cream, and this color should be called the worst color ever. Oh, it's Nude Peach Fuzz. I have seen other people wearing these and they look really, really nice. This was probably the single worst lip product I have ever put on my face. It is almost too pigmented. It looks like, I can't even describe it. It looks like clown makeup. It's just so pigmented, and it looks like it would be a really nice color, but when you get it on, it is just intense. Not only that, the formula is very, very strange. It's almost like a lumpy formula. It does not, it sounds so gross. It does not look smooth or even on your lips at all. It just looks really, really bad. And every time I've tried to try it on again after, I felt the same. I was just blown away by how bad it looks. So again, this is the NYX Extreme Lip Cream in Nude Peach Fuzz. This next one is another one that I thought looked so nice when other people would use it, and so I thought I would try it out. This is the Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray, infused with dead sea salt and sea kelp. So this is basically just a texturizing spray sprayed in your hair, scrunch it up a little bit, allegedly gives you really beachy waves. That's what I was hoping for when I got this. I was just envisioning like beach goddess, nature girl waves, which I wasn't that far off. When I used this, I definitely looked like something out of nature, that's for sure, but not exactly what I wanted. It just didn't really do anything besides make my hair very dry and frizzy, and if the dryness to waves ratio would have been there, I could have dealt with it, but there was really just no waves, all frizz and dryness, and I looked like a crazy person. So this one is a big thumbs down. Maybe this would work for you actually if you have more natural curl to your hair, which I do not. So this next one is actually a product that is very, very popular. It kind of has a cult following, and I try it kind of every year. I'll try it again and remind myself why I don't like it. This is the Benefit High Beam Liquid Illuminizer, liquid highlighter. So that's just a little tiny size. It kind of gives you, it's supposed to give you a pearly type of highlight to your cheekbones or wherever you apply this, and I always think that it looks very pretty on my hands. Like that swatch looks nice, but I just don't think it translates to my face the same way. Like I can't really even describe why I don't like it. I just don't. Like every time I wear it, I just think, oh, that's okay, but there's so many other highlighting products I would rather use that I look in the mirror and I think, oh, that's really pretty, instead of just feeling indifferent about it. Okay, so now I have a few things that I wanted to show you that weren't necessarily super hyped up or anything. They just kind of suck in general. This one is the Revlon Photo Ready Sculpting Blush Palette. This is in the color Pink Rose. So when I first picked this up, I thought it had a lot of potential to be a little handy dandy contouring highlighting kit all in one, and I was so disappointed by this. Let me just show you. So this one right here is what I'm guessing is supposed to be the contouring shade, and let me just mention, I have very fair skin. There is no way that this color should not show up on my skin. You know what I mean? I just got a ton of this on my finger. It does not show up at all. It's like it's not even there. It's almost bizarre how much it does not show up. And all the colors have this very weird sparkle, which I will never understand, especially when it comes to a contouring shade. I don't get it. Like if you're trying to create a shadow, the last thing you want is shimmer particles reflecting light. Pretty much defeats the entire purpose of the product. So yeah, that one was not so good. And as you can see, the blush doesn't really show up either, and the highlighter, and that one doesn't really show up either. So I don't know what they were thinking with this one. It just doesn't do anything. It's not like I have any, you know, it's not like I hate it, because I never really got to see what it looked like. Yeah, I don't know. If you like really sparkly products that don't really show up, you might like this. I would just save your money. Some of the other shades might show up a little bit better, but Pink Rose is a no-go. Okay, and the last product is kind of weird. This is the Sally Hansen Simply Smooth Hair Remover Cream. I don't typically use these types of products, but I thought I would try it out just because it looked like if it would work, it would be really cool. but it didn't. And I followed the directions. I did everything like they told me to do. I left it on, and then you just kind of rinse it off, and you're supposed to be left with very, very smooth legs. This did not work at all, and I have very fine, like I do not have very coarse hair or anything like that, so I used this on my legs and it just did not work at all. I think it's funny because sometimes it's so disappointing when something doesn't work the way you want it or you get a really bad result, but I think it's even worse when you purchase something and it just doesn't do anything. That's like the ultimate slap in the face. It's like you've been completely swindled. So I was left feeling confused and violated by this product all at the same time, so that was a new experience. That was the last product I had to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got some insight into whether or not you may or may not want to try some of these products, and let me know if you've had similar experiences with these things or a different experience. Maybe you love these products or have had a horror story with something else. Please feel free to share in the comments below. I love hearing your guys' feedback and your opinions too. So thanks so much for checking out this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!